Denise Stargazer. I'm hopping in here to do a pick a stack animal edition. Yeah, we're gonna do animal cards. I love animals. Do you love animals? So normally I do tarot, but this felt so right. We're getting close to the end of March 22. Let's just do this because the next time you see me, I'm going to be doing the Insight Tarot for April. There's so much change in energy coming up for April 22. This is just fun, footloose, and fancy free. So find a cozy spot. Get like a snuggly blanket. I don't know if it's hot though, don't do that. Anyway, whatever. Get a cup of tea, get a notepad and some paper because you are going to choose a stack, and I have 5 different stacks of animal oracle cards, and I want you to choose the one that resonates with you the most. I'm probably going to put some crystals on top because I can't help myself. But animal oracle cards are guides. It's guidance, and the power archetype, I should say, of the animal is designed to support you. So whichever stack comes up, there'll be 2 animals per stack. Whichever animal comes up, I suggest take this or leave it, that you work with those animals until the end of March. So until we get into my very soon to come April Insight Tarot readings, which will be posted April 1st. So go find your spot and let's choose your animal archetypes. Here we go. Okay, gorgeous. Here we go. So today I am using 2 different decks. I'm using the animal spirit cards. This is Kim Cran's The Wild Unknown. She is a brilliant artist and amazing intuitive. Check her out, follow her on Instagram and YouTube. She's great. So Kim Cran's Animal Spirit, and I'm using Colette Baron Reed's The Spirit Animal Oracle. These are awesome cards as well. Pure gorgeousness. Okay, so Colette Baron Reed, intuitive psychic. Follow her as well. So each stack is going to have one of each card. So as always, just like I do with tarot, you guys, we're going to divide the deck out. Just shuffle them up the best you can. Tap 3 times, set the intention. Intention is guidance from these animal archetypes to help us live our best life for our highest good. I always spray holy water on my decks before I start using them, and I just ask the deck to be cleared. So there's the first deck ready to go. Same with this. This one is hard to shuffle because it's chunky. It's a chunky deck. So I'll just split it in half and we'll be good. Set intention. I blow. Intention. Clarity. Animals that will serve our highest good and guide us and give us peace and grace. And holy water. So right now I'm going to make the 5 stacks. First I'm going to do the animal oracle cards. The animal spirit, I should say, Wild Unknown. Okay. This one. Move that over because I got 5 to do. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the cool thing about, actually there's one on the bottom, about Kim Cran's animal spirit deck is she has these things called like the cosmic egg. Not necessarily an animal, but a huge, very insightful card nonetheless. So if, I don't know if we have one yet, but if we do, I'll explain it as we go. Okay, now, spirit animals. I'm gonna tuck these underneath. Actually, I feel like I was called to put it underneath there. Okay, I like to sing things. All right, under this one. Oh, these are going to take up a lot more room than I thought. Okay, we can do it. And for oracle cards, y'all, it doesn't really matter if they're right side up or upside down. I mean, some of the oracle animal decks and even just plain oracle cards, that would matter, but with these, it does not. So as we flip these over, actually, I feel like I have to go to the bottom. Trust your intuition, always, always, always. All right, so I think things are reversed for you because this is a camera. So this is going to be your right, I believe. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's put some crystals. So I'm gonna put smoky quartz, just a little baby one on deck 1. Smoky quartz, psychic, protective, grounding. I'm gonna put a Merkaba. This is sacred geometry. And I believe this is either shungite or hematite. I think it might be hematite. Protective. Okay, so psychic, protective. You're probably already sensing which stack you want to pick. I get it. Let's do Peach Moonstone Terminated Tower for number 3. Very ethereal, very healing, very calming. I'll put it down so you can actually see it. Let's do Rainbow, or excuse me, I always call this Rainbow Obsidian. It's Snowflake Obsidian. This is going to be number 4. Protective, but also hopeful, giving you insight into your psychic gifts. And then we're going to do a little piece of Bloodstone. Okay, so this is really curative for health. Anything that has to do with your body, especially blood, like if you have high blood pressure or if you have any issues with like too much triglycerides or too much sugar in your blood, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so that's Bloodstone. So Smoky Quartz 1, Merkaba 2, Peach Moonstone 3, Snowflake Obsidian 4, Bloodstone 5. All right, so I'm gonna take a moment to pause here, choose your stone, and then I will put the timestamps below in the comments for which stack you chose. Here we go. If you chose deck number 1, this is where we're starting. Very psychic, very grounding, very protective Smoky Quartz. So the first card that is being presented is the Elephant. So the Elephant, an earth-bound creature, full of wisdom, full of initiation. There's fire that's represented through this elephant. You have to trust that you are an old soul. And if you don't believe that, go into a stillness practice, and I want you to start talking to your guides and angels, because let me tell you, my darling, you have been on this planet for so many different times. It is important that you realize that you are wiser than you believe you are. So elephant wisdom is going to support you as we get through the rest of March 22. And number 10, the buffalo spirit. So buffalo shows up as abundance. Buffalo is extremely, well, in indigenous people's culture, they are known as an abundant animal. They roam freely all over the plains and land. Buffalo brings you opportunities the abundant universe will provide. So a combination of the elephant wisdom, hello, wise one, old soul, you know who I'm talking about, because if you chose this deck, it was definitely right for you. There's no coincidences. And the abundance of buffalo. So if you've been manifesting something, if it is not happening, what are you doing to block it? 10 is a number of endings and beginnings. Whatever's in your past needs to stay in your past, so you can basically manifest whatever you desire for right now. So use these 2 archetypes, elephant and buffalo, as we go through the rest of March. You got this. If you chose deck number 2, the Hematite Merkaba, Sacred Geometry of Protection and Grounding Guidance, we have for you, let me put this here so you can see it. The cheetah, another earthbound animal. Things move quickly. One of the fastest animals on the earth plane. Cheetah is here not only to protect you, right? Hello, protection, but also to let you know that when you set your mind to something, it moves fast. Things are going to move quickly for you as we go into the very last part of March. This archetype is joined, oh my God, didn't I draw this rabbit as an example? Hello. Rabbit wanted to come through. So rabbit is a spirit animal linked to luck and good fortune. This is a number 49, 9, 10, 11, 12, 30. So it's a number 4. When we put 9 plus 4 together and then we add all the numbers, it makes 4. So number of communication, mastery, connected to earth. Rabbit spirit, I'll tell you what, it is time to take a risk. And the one thing that rabbit wants you to know is that you should not bring fear into whatever it is you're creating in your life. Don't bring fear with you, because rabbit says, hey, it's a good time to do this. You're lucky. Know that you can take a risk, and as long as you do it with intention, you're going to be good to go. And here's the deal. Once you take that risk or you make the choice that's been hard to make, cheetah is showing up and saying, I'm going to protect you. I'm going to make sure it's okay. But just know, hold on tight, because things are going to go quickly. So if you chose deck number 2, please, if it resonates, work with cheetah and rabbit for the rest of March 22. And listen, even if you see this like years after this is filmed, these archetypes, these animals are still going to support your energy field. So do some stillness and ask them to come into your field. Look up a Merkaba, fascinating sacred geometry, super protective, and an amazing manifesting tool. All right, let's see what's in deck number 3. If you chose deck or stack number 3, we have the Peach Moonstone, which is very nurturing, ethereal, connecting you to your divine. This stone is very healing, actually. So here is the Peach Moonstone, terminated point. So all the energy really comes through that stone. Like if your hand hurt, you could use the terminated point to heal that owie part, for instance. Okay, so there's that. Okay, what do we got? Okay, so the first card that comes up is the snake. Now, I know a lot of people will tell me, Denise, I don't like snakes. But snake is so auspicious because snake is all about shedding the skin, releasing the past, allowing yourself to grow, to heal, to move forward. Interesting because we have the peach moonstone, which is very healing, especially for physical healing. So if it feels like you are and psychic, duh, sorry, peach moonstone, very intuitive. So if you feel like you're leveling up, if it feels like you're ready to grow in whatever area of your life you're ready to grow within, snake is here to guide you. Even if you don't like the physical manifestation of snakes, energetically, in the shamanic world, we work with snakes constantly to learn how to show up in our lives as authentically as we can. So snake is going to guide you through the rest of the month. And then we have wombat 68. All right, love wombats. I used to live in Australia. I lived in Adelaide for all of my Australian friends out there. So this is the Be at Home card, Wombat Spirit. So listen, this speaks huge volumes about you being comfortable in your own skin. What is going on in your physical body that it feels like you just are having a hard time, whether that's self-image, whether that's confidence, whether that's you've been struggling with a physical ailment or health issues. Wombat is showing up as a guide, and he wants you to know that rest and stillness is an important part of healing, but he's super supportive, nurturing, loving. And with snake, oh honey, you chose this stack or this deck, this number 3, for a reason. So snake is going to help you shed the skin. Wombat is going to help you realize that you can be at home in your physical sense and nurture yourself. It's time for you to take on some self-care. So use these archetypes as we go to the end of the month. Let's see what's in stack number 4. If you chose stack number 4, this is where we are at with the snowflake obsidian. Really powerful protection, hopeful, blessed protection. So the first archetype that shows up is crow. Oh my goodness. I know that those of you that chose number 4, this is going to resonate with you big time. So crow, super, super smart, super wise, extremely willing, I guess is the right word, to figure out what magic you need to be able to make your life truly your own. You can trust in this crow spirit, talking too fast, crow spirit archetype to lead you to the right place. It is definitely a guidance animal. So any of our winged messengers, our divine winged messengers, are guided through the divine. They know how to get you where you need to go. Trust in him to give you maybe a map or a territory. Okay, so coyote spirit, number 16 shows up. So coyote spirit is trust in divine detours. Are you feeling a little lost right now? Coyote is kind of the trickster in cultural symbolism, but coyote is super wise and understands the land in which they walk. So is there a habit that you haven't been able to let go of? Is there a reason you need to have a quote lesson around what's happening in your life? Coyote's going to be one to help really deliver that. So crow is also guidance. So it sounds to me like you are being guided in a protective way towards this next phase of your life. So use these 2 archetypes, these animals, as we go through the rest of the month to really be in your power. Okay, let's see what is in the last stack. If you chose stack number 5, we have the bloodstone here. So this can truly help support and eliminate physical ailments that are happening in your body, especially related to pain or blood issues, etc. So my hunch on this is that this is going to help those who are going through a healing phase. So let's see what we got. Fox, how funny, because we just had coyote in stack number 4. Fox, are you sure that you are allowing yourself to play? This archetype is absolutely one of the most playful animals that exists on the earth plane. I don't know if you've ever seen YouTube videos where they're like hopping and playing in the snow, but it's freaking amazing and cute all over. But Fox is releasing. Fox is allowing things to move off of their fur. They literally just trust whatever it is happening in their life. So when it comes to physical healing, you have to incorporate something that isn't quite so serious, like a playful attitude, the ability to be hopeful. So Fox is giving you lots of opportunities to find joy in this path. And I know that seems counterintuitive, right? So if you're going through something physical, why would it feel joyful? But sometimes the opposite of something is where we actually grow and heal. So finding joy and gratitude in a process of healing. I know it takes a lot, but that could be the message for you today. Oh, and then we have is it a beaver? No, it's a groundhog spirit. This is number 31, time to let go. So, weren't we just talking about letting go of some of the seriousness, finding play, finding happiness and joy in the journey? Groundhog is like, hey, if you're holding on to something that isn't helping you, it's time to release it. So groundhog is really good at moving beyond the past. What do you have to release? What do you have to let go so that you can heal, so that you can be physically strong, so that you can be back in your physical body? Trust your physical body knows how to take care of you. That is what groundhog is telling you. And as that relates to our bloodstone, you have a lot of power when it comes to your own physical healing. Find some play, release what doesn't serve you, trust in the outcome. So these 2 archetype animals are going to serve you as we move to the end of the month. So call them in when you're in stillness and allow them to be your guides. Thank you, everyone. Let me move the camera up. Thank you for being here. Have a beautiful end of the month, and I will see you in April, the beginning of April, for the tarot insights for your sign. All right, like and subscribe, and I appreciate you so much. So thank you. Okay, bye.